Keeping you tech savvy, I'm here now with my tech guy, Doug Deloney. And if you want to cover your tracks for whatever reason with your text messages and your outgoing or incoming calls, Doug, you have some information for us.
Yeah, and information for people, too, that think they may be the victim of such. Maybe if you think your spouse is hiding information from you. Of course, open line of communication is key. But take a look at this. This is an app that just came out within the last few weeks. It's called the Cate app, C-A-T-E, or Call and Text Eraser. So this one's available on the Android market, and you can download it for a few bucks. It allows you to specify certain contacts within your phone, and if that person text messages you, it automatically hides those text messages. It hides those phone calls. And even worse, you can't tell that this app is installed on your phone. So even if you went through and looked at someone's phone, you actually have to type in a secret number, and then the app will actually appear.
And we're not advocating cheating.
Yeah.
We're just letting people know what's available.
Suffice to say, there is a lot of them out there. So here's a few tips, apps that hide phone calls and texts. So what can you do if you think you're a victim of this? First of all, check the phone bill for unfamiliar phone numbers and long talk times. Now, some of these apps will still leave behind, if you see a phone number that doesn't look familiar to you, but there's like 5 hours of talk time on the phone bill, maybe there's just all of a sudden an enormous amount of texting activity. That might be a little bit of a red flag for you. But as a side note, you can only really legally check the phone bill if your name is on it as well. So if you're not married to the person and it's just a boyfriend, don't go through their mail.
Explain that to the people I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So next tip here, check the phone for unfamiliar apps. Look through the phone, because if you see something that doesn't look familiar to you, some of them will show up. So the Cate app is one that doesn't, but there are other ones that will show up. So if an app doesn't look familiar to you, look it up on Google. Just type it in. And lastly, check the Android iTunes history. Again, kind of like the phone bill. Don't do this if your name's not on the account. But usually with the Android marketplace and the iTunes store, if you buy an app, there will be a receipt somewhere for that app. You downloaded it. Even if it's a free app, there will be a history that you downloaded it. So try and get that information.
Good information,
Yep.
depending on how people want to use the information that you gave us today. Doug Deloney, thank you so much. Tom.